Hey Monday mamas. I'm sorry I'm coming to you like a little bit late. Yesterday I forgot that it was Monday. So I remembered today that it was Monday yesterday. Um, I've been thinking a lot about kind of what we could do for like a 6-week kind of segment here. It's basically going to take us to Christmas, which is basically going to get into all of the like New Year's resolution stuff and all that. So here's what I wanted to do with you guys. Today I want to ask this question. And the question is, what is it that you want out of life? Heavy. I feel like the more I talk to moms, the more I hear this constant theme of we're just going. And it often feels like we're going without a lot of direction. We're just going and we're getting the kids where they need to be and we're making sure the husbands are taken care of and there's food on the table and all the things. But we're really not intentional about where we're going. And I think that's really what I want us to dig into is intentionality. And it's really easy to just go through the motions and without really thinking about what they're all about. And last week I got the opportunity to talk at a MOPS group, and I gave them a story about a mom who wanted to clean a living room. And when she cleaned that living room, she went into that living room to clean it, and then she found a book, and then the book took her to her kids' room, and then in the kids' room she found a bed that needed to be made and toys and all that to the end of the story to say that in the time that she'd given herself to get something done, she'd end up just taking care of a bunch of other little things, which is good, and they're all fine and good things to do, but it wasn't what she actually wanted to do. What she wanted to do was she wanted to clean the living room. And so my challenge to them on a super practical level was set a timer. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Go clean that living room. In that 15 minutes, you're not allowed to leave the living room until it's clean. So if you find the book, you just set it to the side and you don't leave yet. After that 15 minutes has passed, your living room is clean, and then you can go ahead and return that book. And then if you end up doing 10,000 little things, it's okay, because the thing that you actually wanted to get done has been completed. And I shared with them the reason that is so important, not only for like keeping a tidy house, but for life, is that life is all about little wins. I think oftentimes we think it's about big wins. We think it's about losing all the weight. It's about getting the huge job. It's about buying the big house. What are other things that we dream about as moms? Taking the big vacation, buying the new item for the kid. But it's really actually just about the small, little, incremental wins. And when we talk about our self-confidence, when we talk about our self-worth, where those actually root from is from inside of us, from the promises that we keep to ourselves. I want you guys to ask yourselves right now, how many promises to yourself do you break? Okay, you can even write that down. Promises to yourself that you break, say in the last week. Okay, these are big things, these are little things. These are, I'm going to get up 10 minutes earlier tomorrow, and then the alarm goes off and you don't. Okay, this is, I'm going to make sure I drink all my water tomorrow, and you don't. Little things, okay? Next question. How many promises to your family have you broken in the last week? Okay, if you just decided one day, like your kid has hockey practice, and you're like, no, not today. We're not going. Nope. Or groceries. Nope. Dinner. Nope. What promises have you made to your family that you have kept? How many? And then the third one, part of this, which gets bigger than us, is promises that you make to your community. Have you made promises to your community that you have kept or broken? Write them all down. Let me pause this, write them down. What category has more? Most of us, our category to ourselves is going to have the most broken promises. And what that does, you guys, is it eats away at you. It eats away at your subconscious, and it tells yourself, this is what your brain tells yourself. You are the kind of person who doesn't do what they say they're going to do. So when you set a goal for yourself, your brain automatically starts fighting against you. And I don't know how much of you guys like believe in or look into or care about like the power of the universe, or like what you put out is what you get back. But I really do believe that if you're putting stuff out there that is negative, that you're breaking promises, that the universe will give you back what you put out. So if you do the opposite, and you start to behave in a way of a person who keeps their promises to themselves, you will start to get that in return. Things start to work in your favor. And I know it all sounds a bit hokey, but I swear I have seen a difference in my life. And I am a firm believer in God and Jesus, and so I believe the universe is God. I believe it's Jesus. I believe that when I'm talking with God and having regular relationship with him, of talking to him and reading his word and being engaged, that I see him show up way more in my world. And he's always here, but I'm just not always aware of it. So for me, that's what universe means. It means that I'm engaging with God and Jesus and having that real relationship. For you, it's whatever your faith is and your belief is. But I do want to challenge you that what you're putting out is coming back. What you're putting out is being heard. So let's flip it. So let's flip it to now you're the person who does do what you say you're going to do. You're the person who says, I'm going to get up at 6 and I'm going to go walk on my treadmill for 20 minutes before the kids get up. Okay, great. When the alarm goes off at 6 o'clock, get up. Get up. Also, we're going to talk in the weeks to come about setting realistic goals, but I want you guys to start for this next week. I want you to think about the kind of life that you want, and I want you to start keeping the promises to yourself that lead to that life. If the life that you want is a life for myself, it's a life where I am healthy, where I have energy, where I'm not tired. So part of that is I need to make sure that I'm moving my body. I need to make sure that I'm eating well, that I'm getting enough sleep, that I'm getting enough water, that I'm getting enough rest. So I need to be making choices that lead me to those things. So if I know that on Friday night I'm going to be burnt out and I'm going to be tired and I'm going to need some rest, then is it wise of me to say yes to something on Friday night when I know I will likely bail? Because what I have done is I have now broken my promise to myself. So now I'm breaking a promise to myself that isn't leading me to who I want to be. So I'm teaching myself that I'm not a person who keeps my word. So this is all about intentionality. When I told the girls to set a timer to go into that living room for 15 minutes, it's about being intentional. For those 15 minutes, they were going to be intentional about cleaning that living room. You're going to be intentional this week with what you say yes to, with what you say no to, with the things that you say to yourself. So if you want to start doing the things that are going to lead to a healthier life, make a list, start 2 of them this week, put them on your calendar, and then do them, okay? If your goal is to get up at 6 o'clock and it's just to have a cup of coffee before the kids wake up, then I want you to even if you are just simply rolling out of your bed and rolling onto the couch, get up. If you said you were going to get up at 6, get up at 6, okay? If you said you were going to go for a 10-minute walk every day, then get your butt out that door and go walk. Because by keeping that promise, that is a small win, and those small wins are going to stack. And all those wins are what build your confidence. All those wins are what teach your brain to say, I'm the kind of person who keeps my word. I'm the kind of person who does what I say I'm going to do. And you will start seeing that you're showing up differently in life because your brain is working differently, because you have confidence. You believe in yourself. So it all comes down to keeping your word. Keep your word to yourself. Don't break your promises. And those slow wins will just build your self-confidence more and more and more. Okay, so your challenge for this week is I want you to reminisce on how many promises you've broken in the last week. And then I want you to set forth a plan of what you're going to do over this next week. Make a couple promises to yourself, keep them, and really think about what life do you want? What is this all about? Where are we going? Because if you don't know where you're going, we cannot get there. So that is your challenge. Question number 1, what do you want this life to be? It is yours to choose. So you better make a decision, because otherwise it's going to be chosen for you. You need to be intentional. That is all. It's almost 10 minutes of your day listening to me. So go forth, do good things, do the things. These are a few questions, take 10, 15 minutes, and then next week we're going to build on this. Okay. Have a great day. God bless.